welcome back. This is Amanda from Hookemcreations. I am so glad you are here. We're getting into the holiday season, and for me especially, the holiday season means we are going to be traveling quite a bit. I have experienced traveling by car for many years. My family were originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, and then we moved to Northwest Indiana. So we traveled quite a bit to and from Cincinnati when I was growing up as a teenager, visiting our grandparents while they were still alive. Actually, I still have one grandparent that's still alive, and she's my biggest cheerleader to this day. Nowadays, I don't get to do a lot of knitting and crocheting in the car because I am usually the one that's doing all the driving. However, this last family vacation, my husband was with us. My husband's in the military, and about 80 to 90% of the time I'm doing all the driving. But this last vacation, my husband took the wheel, and I was able to sit and relax and enjoy knitting and crocheting while he was driving on the road. Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of motion sickness issues, especially when knitting and crocheting in the car, and I wanted to share some of my tips and tricks on how you can work with the motion sickness, not really like, I don't know what's the best word for it, defeating it. There are tools and gadgets out there to help you with motion sickness as well as medication, but I've always found other ways to kind of cope with the motion sickness while knitting and crocheting, and here are some of my tips and tricks. Tip number 1, work on something small and simple. Leave those big complicated projects either at home or bring them with you, just don't work on them in the car. Bring them with you for the final destination. So when you're relaxing and enjoying your vacation, you can bring that project with you. Try and pick a project with as little counting as possible. I am not a fan of big, ginormous blankets for car projects. I always try to keep them small and simple. Whatever can fit into your lap, that's pretty much it. So washcloths, shawls, neckerchiefs, headbands, things like that. I want to bring those types of projects. I try not to do projects that require a lot of counting. Tip number 2 is take breaks. It's okay to take a break and look out your window while you're crocheting. In fact, back to tip number 1, finding a project that you can look up every now and then is actually a good thing. So finding a simple project so you can look out the window while you are crocheting or knitting helps a lot too. But it's always good to take a break every now and then. Stretch out those fingers. You're gonna need them. Tip number 3 is easier said than done, is finding the right seat. I find it more relaxing to sit in the back seat when knitting and crocheting in the vehicle. However, that's not really an option for me now because we have little ones and dogs. They just take over the back seats now. But I do sit in the front seat with my husband, and I become that second set of eyes and ears if needed. Though he gets mad at me when I become backseat driver. Last but not least, tip number 4 is it's okay to put your project down if you don't feel well. Put it down, put it away. It's okay to take a break, take a nap, play a small game on your phone, just look out the window while listening to a podcast or an audiobook, whatever you need to do. It's okay to take a break from your projects. So I hope these are some things that can help you with your next road trip. If you have any tips and tricks that you would love to share, let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscription button and ring the bell, get notified when the next video comes out. While you're doing all that, one of the many ways you can support this channel is to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description box below, or you can purchase an item through my Amazon affiliate link, also in the description box. And until next time, happy crafting.